You keep asking yourself, why is building my business so hard? Why is this so hard? And that is essentially the very question, the very thought that's actually making your business hard. All right. And so you're currently in a thought loop and your business is stuck in the middle. All right. You're in a thought loop thinking, oh, it's so hard to build my business. It's so complicated. And because of it, your brain is literally searching for all of the hard ways to build your business. Subconsciously, there's a block there that's hindering your business growth and forcing you to just do it all the hard, like do it the hard way, right? It's like the more you focus on it being hard is the more it's just going to manifest like that in your life. All right. And so welcome back to the Break This Belief series. My name is Janelle Renee. I am your faithologist. I'm a certified life and business mindset coach, and I help working moms, entrepreneurial moms to grow their businesses by really uncovering those subconscious blocks that's blocking their sales and really creating that life of freedom, that life of flexibility, that life of fulfillment. I help my clients to build out their entire offer, build out their marketing and their sales. And so we do this inside of my business by belief. I help my clients to really build from a place of belief and healing in their business. And so one of the beliefs that we're going to be tackling today is actually belief number 5. Oh, let me edit this. Belief number 5. I forgot to put the number. I thought I did. 5. Here we are. Okay, so belief number 5 is, why is business so hard? And so this belief keeps you in a loop. All right. And we're going to actually be walking through my root system. This is a system that I help my clients to really get to the core roots of a lot of these subconscious blocks and broken beliefs that hinder their business growth. And so the more you focus on it being hard, like I said, is the more you're going to be in that loop of it actually being hard, right? Your reticular activating system is going to look for all of the hard ways to do everything. And so what you're doing is you're overcomplicating your process. Like you sit down to plan out your launch or to plan out your business flow, but then you're overcomplicating everything. You're overworking yourself. You're overthinking, overanalyzing every single thing. And then you're second guessing yourself. And then you end up just like giving up, or like not, like you're essentially just like, man, this is too hard. And then you get frustrated in your feelings. But honestly, when we really get to the root, right? So that's the symptom. But when we really get to the root of it, the R in the root system is to reveal the root of the symptom, right? So essentially, like this symptom is you being burnt out, right? But the root of it is, it could be something so subtle, like something that you've learned in your childhood, in your upbringing. Like maybe you would equate like any type of success with struggle. And so you're subconsciously thinking, like, for me to be successful in life, I have to struggle. I have to really work hard. I have to strive. Maybe it's from, as a child, you only got praised as a child when you like excelled or like performed, right? So with performances. And so your parents would only praise you when you performed well. Like maybe you did really good at school and that's the only type of praise you got. And so now it's like you're subconsciously trained to perform well for any type of success or praise or any type of worthiness. And so now you equate your worthiness with your workload, you see? And so these roots can be really embedded. And so this is why I'm so honored to do the work that I do, because I'm able to help my clients to really get to the core beliefs, get to the subconscious blocks that hinder their success in their business and hinder their sales and hinder their business growth. Because if you don't analyze and get to the roots of what am I believing? Why am I believing that success has to be hard? Why am I believing that business has to be hard? Why is this belief coming up for me? And oftentimes it's rooted in a lot of the O in the root system is observing the origin of the seed. So I kind of jumped ahead a little bit, but it's rooted in some beliefs like, okay, as a child, you probably were taught to work really hard to perform for your parents. Maybe, for me, essentially, I saw my mom work extremely hard. And so I equated like any type of financial gain with really hard labor. And the same thing with me in my nursing career. Like in the emergency department, I worked 12-hour shifts. Like it was very intense. And so I equated throughout my career as well, like hard work, like being overworked with a paycheck. So the only way I should earn a paycheck is just being overworked, right? Being burnt out. And so anytime there was any type of ease in my business, it felt unsafe to my body. Like my body, literally, my nervous system would be like, okay, something's wrong, something's going off, something's gonna like the other shoe's gonna fall because it's too peaceful right now. Like what's gonna happen? And it's like my nervous system has been trained to be on edge. And so it really requires you doing the deep inner work, retraining your nervous system, regulating your nervous system to be comfortable in a place of ease and be comfortable in a place of grace and peace. Like the moment that there's ease in some of my clients' business, it's like they're waiting for like they conjure up stuff because it's like it's uncomfortable. Their body's used to this high stress. Their bodies are used to just constantly going and doing, and not just really allowing your body to just be. Their bodies are uncomfortable with that. And so yeah, you want to get to the origin of the seed. Let's see, maybe I think a lot of like in churches, a lot of religious rules will say you got to work, right? You got to do works to enter into God's grace. And so there's a lot of religions that still teach that, like you got to work to be in God's grace, right? I'm not doing away from, obviously there is going to be discipline, perseverance, persistence, like you have to have those traits, but you don't have to hustle, right? You don't have to overwork yourself. You don't have to overcomplicate the process. Like success gets to be simple. It really does. And it's really important to overturn the somatic soil of sabotage. So your nervous system, it's really important to do the work to calm your nervous system, allow your nervous system to begin to feel safe, like regulate your nervous system, getting your nervous system out of fight or flight and into rest and digest, like really into that parasympathetic phase. And so stop complicating it. Allow your body to really sit in the peace, sit in the grace. You don't have to hustle. You don't have to strive for success. Like it does not have to be that way for you. And so you can literally retrain your body and your nervous system. I had to do the work to really regulate my nervous system, and I help my clients to do the same. Like it's so important and imperative that you allow your body to feel safe, because your business will only grow to the extent of how safe your body feels, and it only grows to the level of your belief system. And so there's a lot of reprogramming that I have to do with my clients in regards to their belief systems. Like what subconscious thoughts are you still operating under, right? Our subconscious minds controls 95% of our actions, right? 95% of our daily habits. And so tomorrow will continue to look like yesterday if you are not being intentional about reprogramming your mind, okay? And retraining your nervous system to operate. And so you don't have to hustle, you don't have to strive, you don't have to build from a burnt out place, right? I'm just looking through my notes, making sure I don't forget anything. And so, let's see. Oh, yeah. And I wanted to share also, like your workplace also, like your workplace will also only reward you when you're overworked, right? When you're overperforming, that's oftentimes when they give out those little rewards at work. And so, yeah, cover that. Okay, cool. So lastly, the T in the root system is to tend the seed of the truth, right? So tend the seed of truth. So like, here is where you want to plant in the word of God. And so when you're doing the work to really regulate your nervous system, you want to, do some deep breathing. There are just meditations, like there are different practices that I do, biblically based, that I help my clients to do to really regulate their nervous system and just sit in the presence of God You can meditate on God's word. You can pray. You can worship walk. There's so many different strategies. And one of them is to obviously meditate on God's truth. And so a truth that you contend is success doesn't have to be hard, right? Like you can literally get out of the hustle mode in business and really focus on God's grace. Get out of the grind and focus on God's grace, right? Get out of the performing and the doing and really just be with him and just be one, be still. And is it First Corinthians or Second Corinthians? But a scripture that you can meditate on is like, my grace is sufficient, right? So God's grace is sufficient for you. And his word says, my power is made perfect in your weakness. And so you don't have to strive, right? You don't have to work yourself to the bone, but truly just allow God and allow the Holy Spirit to really guide your steps, right? The word of God tells us that he makes our crooked paths straight. And so when we align our business and submit our business to God, he's going to give us direction. And it's really important to be intentional about seeking God in the secret place and making time for him in your business and allowing God to be the owner and the operator of your business, because ultimately our business, especially as believers in business, belongs to him. And we are to steward our business and steward the women and the men or whoever you're called to serve through your business. But God ultimately is the owner, not even the CEO. He's the owner of it. And so it's just important to make time to incorporate God's truth into your business, into your mind, reprogramming your mind, your subconscious mind, reprogramming your nervous system, and just the somatic memory that's in your body. Like it took a lot of work for me to essentially get out of that. And it's a continuous work, right? I don't want you to think like it's just a instantaneous thing, because these things will continue to come up for you. And every level of your business, you're going to have to like literally be able to combat the limiting beliefs and really being able to pinpoint the subconscious blocks that are hindering you. And so it's really essential for you to take this time, like do the daily work. I have my clients do daily work to be able to identify, get to the root of the symptom. What is the root, right? Reveal the root of the symptom. Where, like if it's burnout, what am I believing? Why is this symptom coming up for me, right? So there's a root there. There's like, what is the root? My son, someone's banging. And then get to the origin. Where did I learn this, right? So your root is I have to strive for success. I have to work hard. That's the only way I'm qualified to earn any type of success or how to earn my income, right? Business has to be hard. Why do you think business has to be hard? Why can't business be simple? Where did this root come from, right? Get to the origin. You probably saw your parents work really hard. And maybe you in your career worked really, really hard. And so you equate money with working really, really hard. And it doesn't have to be. And then you want to take the time to overturn the somatic soil of sabotage. And so really, you're going to look crazy, but you're going to be talking to your body, like really calming your body, allowing your body to feel, it's going to be uncomfortable, but this is the work that has to get done. You've got to go through the process and the motions of really regulating your nervous system and sit in the discomfort until it becomes comfortable for you. Doing the work to renew your mind, regulate your body, deep breathing exercises, worship walk. There's different types of exercises for you to do to really retrain your nervous system and get it to feel comfortable, right? And then there's also finally tending the seed of truth, right? God's grace is sufficient for me. I don't have to strive. I don't have to hustle. I don't have to work hard for any type of success. I don't have to overwork myself, right? I don't have to overwork myself, I should say, right? I don't have to I don't have to build from burnout. And so, yeah, so, at this point, struggle, I don't know if I said this already, but struggle does not have to be your standard. It doesn't, you don't have to struggle. You're operating from survival mode. right? You're operating from your body's operating from survival mode. And it's really important to get out of survival mode and really into the grace, the sufficient grace of God. And so that is, we've covered why is business so hard. We've covered the root system for this broken belief, okay? And so for those of you who want to learn more on how you can grow your coaching business, how you can get to the roots, the subconscious blocks that is hindering your business growth, I want to invite you to come into the Call to Coach workshop. Just comment the word coach, and I'm going to send you the link to register and secure for the Call to Coach workshop. I'm excited to have you inside of there. And in the meantime, I'm going to tell you, just as God told me, put one foot in front of the other, step out on faith, and trust God for the next step. I'll see you guys in the next live.